exciting. I'm really happy for Brian Dutcher. You know, he's been an assistant for Coach Fisher for 19 years. This is his 19th campaign with him. So good job, Brian Dutcher.
You know, for Mike Montgomery, it's always a lot of fun as you look at Dutcher over on the bench for San Diego State. Getting back to basketball every season is what Mike Montgomery has almost always done. But this season was special for Mike because, as many people already know, Mike Montgomery had to undergo preseason surgery to remove a cancerous tumor. And you and I have known Mike Montgomery for a long time, and he's such an affable guy and a lot of energy. He admits he gets a little tired, but other than that, he's back to 100%.
Yeah, he's only 6 weeks post from that surgery, and so he's getting his energy back and his fire, and boy, what a coach he is.
When we were talking with him, I asked him, what's it like when you hear that word, the C word, cancer? And he said, it's scary. You can only imagine. We're set to go, Mountain West and the Pac-12. San Diego State in their home whites, California in their traveling blue and gold. Brandon Smith at the top, kicks it baseline to Alan Crabb. Alan Crabb was the Pac-10 Freshman of the Year last season. Second look at it for Cal. Justin Cobbs going to the basket. Justin Cobbs, who got the nod today, gets in the book first.
You know, one thing that, for me personally, concerned about the Aztecs coming in this year, with losing so much height, you know, Kawhi Leonard, Malcolm Thomas, Billy White, is their ability to rebound. And right there, they gave up an offensive rebound to Crabb, which created this opportunity for free throws.
Cobbs, a redshirt sophomore. He's a transfer. He grew up in Los Angeles, but he played at Minnesota before coming back to Berkeley. This is the free throw. California, the 23rd ranked team in the country, up 2-0, and here comes the show.
Very interesting. This is unlike a Mike Montgomery team, is to start in zone. But they're undermanned, and they're going to play maybe 6 players this game, and the zone will prevent you from getting in foul trouble, especially if you're, you know, giving them one shot and getting boards like that.
Gutierrez cruises into the front court, gives it up to Cobbs. Cobbs slashing to the basket. It's 4-0, Justin Cobbs. I guess he wanted to start.
He's great coming off the bench, but you know he likes starting, and he is instant offense. He's really a point guard that scores.
Cobbs averages 11 points a game. That's third best on the team, and he does it off the bench. Rayhan cut off at the baseline. San Diego State with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Thames, wild effort. Shelton had it for a second, knocked it out of bounds. And 2 less than exciting possessions for San Diego State.
Well, as we said, I mean, even though they're in the zone, that Cal plays very inside out. They play a gap defense, and that's what we said at the top. San Diego State's going to have to make perimeter shots.
There's Gutierrez. First time he's touched it in the front court. And San Diego State has 3 baskets, and all 3 have been layups. Where is the San Diego State interior defense?
Right, not containing penetration out on the floor, number 1, and then the help side defense isn't effective yet.
California is 3 for 4 from the field. San Diego State has missed their first 2 looks. Rayhan, the best shooter, soft off the window.
That's good to see. James Rayhan really has struggled this year, at least of late. He's only shooting 35% overall and 18% from 3, so for him to get an early basket is important.
Brandon Smith left alone for 3. Left it short, the push inside on the rebound is Harper Camp. He ends up on his back, and here come the Aztecs on a 5-on-4. Thames giving it up late inside to Garrett Green.
Well, Xavier Thames he's the answer for DJ Gay. He is really a really good point guard, and San Diego State is in good shape with him coming off of DJ's great year last year.
A lot of pressure taken over the point guard position at San Diego State. Cobbs looking to score first, finally had to give it up. Harper Camp walked.
And here's Xavier Thames, such a good penetrator, has an extra gear, finds Garrett Green inside, and that's creative penetration.
Great effort by Garrett Green to catch and score. He was spinning underneath the basket. 6-4. No shots yet for Capley. Now he's alone for 3.
And that's exactly right there, Jim, what Mike Montgomery is worried about going into this game, is that penetration by Thames, you know, that inside penetration creating an open shot.
Cowan on a 6-0 to open it. San Diego State has answered back with 7 unanswered. They go in front. Thames, top of the key, off the rub. Snatched out of the air by Alan Crabb. Top turnaround, takes a look, and Mike Montgomery. Gonna slow things down a little bit. Remember, California has gone with a small offense here. 4 guards and a forward. Crabb.
That young man has a lot of game. He was Pac-10 freshman of the year last year. He's shooting from the 3, 46%, but you can also see that he can pull up jump shoot.
School record with 62 three-pointers last year. There's a giveaway by San Diego State. First turnover. Gutierrez back to Cobbs. All the way back to the top. Alan Crabb again. Just told you about his threes. So 6 points for California to start the game. 7 in a row by San Diego State, and then 5 in a row by California. Quiets the house for the time being. 12,000, another sellout. In and out. Garrett Green the putback.
Well, he's been a really solid addition to this Aztec team. He was a very good rebounder. He showed it right there in the offensive putback. But he's easy to play with. Good screener. Always does his job offensively and defensively.
Offensive foul. It is a game of runs. Alan Crabb has gotten a hot hand, and California is in front. 11-9.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do people use smartphones to do dumb things?
Send, that is the weekend.
Well, allow me to crack the bubbly.
Don't mind if I do.
Is the gentleman with the bro stash invited to this party?
Only if he's ready to rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I believe!
I believe.
I believe that! I believe that!
I believe that we.
I believe that we will win! 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 I believe that we will win!
I believe that we will win. Mountain College basketball is brought to you by Dodge. Never neutral. Another beautiful day in paradise. They call it America's finest city. San Diego. Look back at the skyline from Coronado Island, just out in the harbor. Some folks taking in the sunshine, but it's not that warm. Don't be fooled. It's only about 60 degrees outside right now. Still better than most of the country, though, I guess. Jim Watson and Brad Holland inside Viejas Arena on campus at San Diego State. It's the Mountain West against the Pac-12. San Diego State and California. And the Golden Bears are shooting 56% to start this game. San Diego State's got to get James Graham involved.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, he's not shooting for percentage yet. He's a very, very good offensive player, and expect him to get out of his, his funk, if you will, and get an early basket. Really important.
Garrett Green has 4 points to lead San Diego State. California, Alan Crabb 5, Justin Cobbs 4.
Straight man-to-man from Cal Bears now.
Pressure Gutierrez, who's known as a scorer, but really it's his defensive intensity that brought him to Berkeley. He's the first guy that Mike Montgomery signed, and he's going to shadow Tapley all day. Green picks up his dribble, has to kick it back to the top. Under 10 on the shot. There's Green. He's been carrying him, and pulled down by Gutierrez with the left.
Well, Cal would gladly give that up. They wanted to get the ball out of Thames' hand.
Crowd wanted to walk. Crowd gave it up late to Camp, and he's fouled as he goes hard to the rack.
So far, San Diego State not doing a very good job in figuring things out and matching up with people in transition. and give up a foul right there to Harper Camp at the line.
Harper Camp, 6'8" senior from Mesa, Arizona, majoring in American Studies. Second team all-conference last year. He led the team in scoring. He was second in rebounds, 14 and 6. And he was also a great free throw shooter at about 81%. He's a little bit down this year, under 70%, but it's early in the year. Knocks down the second, 13-9, California. The Bears, 6-1 coming in. San Diego State, 7-2. Rayhan wanted to dump it inside to Shelton, but he was cut off. Rayhan in the lane. And again, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tapley goes.
That was really good defense by Gutierrez, but better offense by Chase Tapley.
First bucket of the game for Tapley. Aztecs back within 2. Gutierrez is late to join the attack. He was tying his shoe. In the starting lineup today, and at the top, you joined us late, Richard Solomon, all 6'10" of him, suspended for violating team rules. Mike Montgomery left him at home in Berkeley. Shot inside is missed. Back from the Aztecs. Thames, pull up.
He is playing with a lot of confidence. You know, he's really a gamer. He's the young man that won the game for him against USC and scored 8 points in overtime against Long Beach State. He has no fear, Xavier Thames.
That basket cuts off a mini 4-0 run by San Diego State. Keeps the Bears the nose in front. 15-13, just under 13 to play in the first half. Shelton, first time he's got it in the interior. Spins, bounces off 2 defenders and scores, and he wanted the foul as well.
Really good spin move on Crab right there, Tim Shelton. You know, he's not really a scorer, but he got it close inside and knocked it down there.
And Shelton only averaging 3 points and 4 rebounds. He does other things for this team. Camp has it knocked away. That was clean. You know, this crowd loves the Aztecs, but they get really loud on defensive plays. That ball being knocked away, the charge earlier, they feed off of it. Ball underneath with 22 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for California to get into their system. Cobbs, the fade. Mal Franklin into the game for San Diego State with that rebound. San Diego State being very methodical at the offensive end. There's Franklin, the no-look, backhand pass, tried to dump it inside the green. Knocked out of bounds. San Diego State will keep it. 11:59. Aztecs and the Bears all tied up at 15.
Leadership is being the first guy out of the tunnel and having all the guys on the same page.
As a leader, you should never expect or ask anyone to do something that you wouldn't do yourself.
Being accountable, leading from the front, setting a good example, and being consistent.
Doing the right things on and off the field. Always staying positive, having a great attitude, in practice, in the classroom, in the community.
Leadership means being able to trust the guy next to me and knowing that they're going to get the job done.
If human achievement can be determined not by speed or strength, but by character, then it's easy to see who the most amazing athletes really are. Be a fan of dignity, acceptance, and the human race. Volunteer, coach, or compete in Special Olympics. Special Olympics. Be a fan.
Mountain Sports Report, crossing the conference to cover the Mountain West sports scene.
I like to take things to the extreme, probably more driven now than ever.
Join the Mountains team for coverage of your teams.
This was the best season in Mountain West Conference history.
What we've done the past 2 years speaks for itself.
From the latest news.
Man, we came out hard and aggressive tonight and got the victory.
To stories stories that reach beyond the game.
This is not something that affects one or two people. This affects everybody.
Mountain Sports Report, presented by Dodge. Tuesday at 5:30 on The Mountain.
Midway through the first half, a sold-out Viejas Arena. 12,414. San Diego State and California deadlocked at 15. For California, Alan Crabb is carrying the mail.
Well, he's doing whatever he wants with the basketball right now. A little pull-up shot, good ball reversal here to create an open three. And then, you know, part of his game is he can take it to the rim. And right now, the Aztecs have no answer for Alan Crabb.
You know, California early on was attacking the basket. And I would guess that San Diego State should have anticipated that since the Bears were forced to go with that four-guard lineup.
And that's going to be a huge thing for the Aztec defense tonight. Can they prevent better, you know, more penetration than they are right now?
Gutierrez is 1 for 1. They're denying him the basketball, but he will get involved. Gutierrez is the leading scorer for California at better than 15 a game. California shooting 50%. San Diego State has bumped their number up better than 58%. San Diego State plays much better at home than they do on the road. Both of these teams averaging just over 70 points a game. Been a pretty clean game. Had a couple of turnovers early on. Since then, both teams taking good care of the basketball. Tapley doubled as Cal is into that zone. It's a matchup. And Stevens stepping in, and Gutierrez takes the charge. You know, I mentioned it before. I don't think Gutierrez gets enough attention on the national scene for his defense.
He certainly should. I mean, this is really good offense. But Gutierrez comes over from the backside of that zone and creates the contact, really, but got the call.
Deshaun Stevens has come in for San Diego State. More size for them. 6'8". San Diego State's going to be the much bigger team today. California's going to rely on their quickness. Gutierrez had it blocked, and it was Stevens. The junior transfer from Santa Monica City College. Aztecs moving the ball much better around the perimeter. David Kravish is now in for California. Right there, inside. The big guy dumping right for Skelton for the easy boot.
I'm so impressed with Thames. I mean, he went through a lot of traffic and somehow still had sight to make that play.
Fisher's up off the bench. Cobbs got loose, and he didn't even need the rhythm dribble.
Boy, he gets a lot of elevation on that jump shot. You're not going to block that. He gets up, it's like about 30 inches on his jumper.
Chase Tapley at the top. He's going to back it out. Double high post here. Stevens on one side, Shelton on the other. Here's Franklin. Keeping that dribble alive. Forced it inside to Stevens. That was a messy play. He got caught with it.
Well, I'll tell you, really good defense by Cal. Cal did a great job of keeping Franklin in front of him and forcing a play there.
Ball underneath. 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Aztecs. Gonna have to go. Stevens got loose inside. He got fouled. Stevens steps out, takes the inbounds, gives it up, and then goes right hard to the block.
Boy, I tell you, Xavier Thames, nothing but trouble for this Cal defense. Look, he gets a little angle, gets his shoulder by, and creates that opening, and he is such a good passer off the dribble penetration.
Deshaun Stevens, known as a high-energy rebound guy. He went to Chatsworth High School in Los Angeles, and you look at this kid, he's 6'8". He was actually cut from his high school basketball team. We've all heard that story about Michael Jordan not making his high school basketball team. Well, one of the reasons is this guy wasn't this big. He was about 5'10" in high school. He grew more than 10 inches from his sophomore year in high school to his sophomore year in college.
Yeah, he's just scratching the surface. He's just figuring it out, how his body, how he can play. He's his third year of playing basketball. Pretty impressive.
He's a good player in junior college and a good scorer. We'll see if that translates to the D1 level. Under 10 minutes now to play in the first half. Camp got punched in the face by Franklin. Franklin thinks he got all ball.
Good dish off by Brandon Smith. Boy, Aztecs doing a really good job on Harper Camp so far. Could have been a foul.
I'm not sure what his argument was about. He slapped him right in the grill. 17-17. Allen Kraft, a step back three. Short. Camp was inside. Green knocked it away from him. Loose ball. Body's on the floor. And Cal get another bite of the apple. Taken away. And then Camp diving for a loose ball. And rolls right up the back of Franklin.
Yeah, that didn't look good. It was no ill intent on Camp's part. He was just hustling after the ball. Trying to split the trap. Harper Camp just diving for it. And you could see that his right ankle, Franklin's right ankle, gets caught underneath there.
Yeah, Franklin was fortunate he was able to turn all the way around. You can see right there, he's wondering if he's going to be able to get up. He's still trying to shake it off, but he looks to be okay. He's going to stay in the game. Camp's going to the Cal bench. And the show doesn't like it.
They're giving a hard time for hustling.
What they call the student section here at VA House Arena, the show. Pull up, Tapley. A big rebound by Kraft. California's done a good job of holding San Diego State to one look.
Better transition defense there for San Diego State.
Brandon Smith trying to get loose on the wing. Comes off the high screen. California's got control. And here comes San Diego State. Front court. Throwing it off the backboard. Franklin tried to go get it. And he's called for it over the back.
Well, you know, from a coaching standpoint, that's why you try to teach your players not to leave the air to make a pass. And that's exactly what he did. He got caught in the air because the wing was covered, so he ended up just throwing it against the backboard.
Steve Fisher's been coaching basketball a long time, and sometimes, and you know this as a former coach yourself, you don't need to say anything. All you need to do is look at a guy. He'll know.
And then don't be surprised if you hear that buzzer sound. Because you're coming out.
You're coming out. Come have a seat. It's a teaching moment. Xavier Thames comes back in. He's got 4 assists already, and he's only averaging 5 assists a game.
Now, he's just gaining confidence in his game as every game moves forward in his San Diego State career. You can just see it. Every game he's getting better and better.
Xavier Thames had a great game against Santa Barbara, double-double. Gutierrez, there he is. If you haven't seen him play, keep an eye on him. He likes to work away from the ball, and he's very good at the defensive end as well.
He's great at coming off screens, and Cal is an execution team. They set great screens for one another.
High pressure outside. Cobbs reaches around, knocks away from Thames. He got it back. Green battling against 4 Bears. Cobbs. Oh, Cobbs with a crossover. Ankle breaker, and he had it knocked away.
Well, I think the crowd has reacted to think that maybe he traveled. But Justin Cobbs is very fast, very good off the break.
It was a crossover. He actually changed hands as well.
Well, the ball got caught because LeBron Franklin reached in. You could make an argument that was traveling, but that deflection helped Cal right now go to the line.
Justin Cobbs at the stripe. He's normally the first guard off the bench, but because of the suspension of Richard Solomon, Mike Montgomery put him into the starting lineup today.
And he can't believe he missed that. He's shooting 93% from the foul line.
Transfer from Minnesota. Had to sit out last year after making the move. Pretty clean game. Only 10 fouls combined so far. Alec Williams in for San Diego State. We're in the 0. Rayhan going to reset. Ask for the high rub from Green. He's the shooter.
I like the adjustment Mike Montgomery's made. He's now got Gutierrez on Thames. Really going to try and prevent his penetration.
This end, Gutierrez being guarded by Rayhan. Gutierrez came off that screen, and two defenders went with him. That left the player open in the corner. Crab missed for three. Transition basketball, San Diego State. Thames, Captain, given to Green. Got away maybe with a walk spills with a soft 5-footer.
Yeah, Cal took his drive toward the baseline away. He just spun, kept his balance, knocked it down.
Green is pretty active early on. His season averages 7 and 7. Today he's already got 6 points and 4 rebounds. Still almost 7 minutes to play in the first half. That was exactly the kind of game we expected. A very physical battle. California and San Diego State Golden Bears by 3.
Holidays were meant for family. Jeep Grand Cherokee is the most awarded SUV ever. Jeep Compass gets up to 29 mpg highway. And the Jeep Wrangler has an all-new powertrain with improved performance and fuel economy. Season's greetings from our family to yours. Get the year's best deals at the Jeep Big Finish event.
Because there's more than one man on your Christmas list, right now it's buy one, get one free on everything in the store, which makes it easy being Santa, no matter how long your list. You're gonna like the way he looks, I guarantee it.
He wasn't looking for a roommate, not even a four-legged one. But good things have a way of turning up. Wasn't long till they realized how much they relied on each other. There's power in a great relationship. That's why at Pinnacle Bank, we take time to get to know each of our customers personally, like Henry and Chance. Those relationships are the strength of our community bank. And that's the way banking should be. The All Mountain West teams, the players and coach of the year. The Mountain has your first look at all the postseason picks as the conference honors this year's Gridiron Grace, the 2011 Mountain West Football Awards. Live Tuesday at 1 on the Mountain.
Former Aztec in the house sitting courtside. That's Billy White, who was part of that great Sweet 16 team last year. San Diego State went 34-3. One of the victories came at Haas Pavilion in Berkeley against these Golden Bears. San Diego State got 20 points from Leonard, 15 from Rayhan, and DJ Gay added 14 as they blew out California on their home boards, 77-57. That was a great team last year.
Awesome team, and they just worked Cal at Cal in this game and won by 20. But, you know, I call Billy White the Lamar Odom of the Aztecs. You know, lefty, lanky, shoots a little bit, scores inside, gets deflections, blocks. He's doing a little bit of everything for that Sweet 16 team.
They eventually lost to UConn, ended up ranked 6th in the country. Jorge Gutierrez goes to the line for California, trying to build on a 1-point lead. Gutierrez normally an excellent free throw shooter, but he misses the front end. Franklin. Good help defense by California. Every time an Aztec guard gets inside, one of the bigs comes over to shut him down.
Yeah. LeBradford probably a little bit out of control, kind of mishandles the ball there. Really not a foul. Good defense by Cal.
Cobbs on the switch. Green trying to get back inside. Green didn't want any part of Cobbs outside.
Well, he shouldn't have left it. He's a shooter, and Green shouldn't have left Cobbs right there. That was fortuitous in San Diego State.
Green lost the handle. Here's Cobbs, goes behind his back and tries to go around Franklin, who fouls it. It's the 4th turnover for San Diego State.
Rayhan gets it inside. Camps his bodies up. Justin Cobbs, look out. Very good in transition. And Bradford Franklin just seems a little bit of a step behind in this game, and whatever he's doing doesn't look comfortable out there to me.
San Diego State continues to shoot pretty well. 57% to California's 40%. If California could make some free throws, they could build a much bigger lead.
You know what we're seeing, though? We're seeing Cal go to the line a lot. That's a Mike Montgomery team. They've shot 100% more free throws so far in this season than their opponents. You can believe that.
Take the 3 points.
So they know how to get to the line and make teams pay.
They need some contact with those whistles. Under 6 minutes now. First half, 22-19 Cal. Step back, 17-footer.
Not a lot of defense for that. He had Judy errors on him. But did you see how he stepped back, created that space? I mean, he created 3 feet by that move, did that jump.
Yeah, when you and I were at shoot-around this morning, we were both talking about what a sweet stroke he has. He just brings it up from that hip. It's just fluid all the way through.
What I love about it, Chase Tapley, is his versatility. He can do that, and he can shoot threes and go to the rim.
Green pulls down the rebound. Aztecs want to run, but the Bears are back. Doesn't seem to matter, though, does it? Tapley going to take on 3 defenders. Coming up on the Ram Trucks Halftime Live, join Mavis Patton, Jay Lewinberg, and Ted Sundquist as they take a look back at last night's San Diego State-Fresno State football game, plus take a stab at some bowl predictions from collegebcs.com. Yeah, everybody excited down here about this Rocky Long San Diego State football team. Big win over Fresno State last night. They're bowl eligible. There's a lot of speculation where they'll go. Maybe they stay home.
It's just so great for those of us in town to see San Diego State's basketball and football program doing so well.
Valenzuela and San Diego State going over the back.
Good job of getting another crack at it, though, on the offensive board. That there's Green over the back of Cal, and Cal to the line again. Cal to the line again. They're shooting a lot more free throws than San Diego State. One, you get a team in foul trouble. 2, you get 3 points. You can knock them down.
California's 5 for 8 from the line. San Diego State has only shot 3 free throws and made just 1. Steve Fisher worked a lot on defense this week, preparing for California. And at shoot-around today, he was talking about denying the basketball to the Golden Bears where they wanted it on the court. He wanted the defense to extend and force California out of the three-point area.
And then gap and play smart defense. The problem is Cal's penetrating that defense too often.
5 minutes now to play in the first half. Continues to be a one-possession game. Tapley goes around top. Tapley looking to score every time now.
And Bach too late to come over and take that charge. Chase Tapley, what a player. Shoots the 3. Pull-up jump shooter, creates space, and go to the rim. Tough man to guard.
Tied again at 23. Todd from the baseline, rattles in and out. Again, 1 and done for California. San Diego State, 4 out of their last 7. Tapley had an open look. Didn't get his feet set. He was still sliding.
Chase Tapley turning point guard for the Aztecs now. So he's a versatile player offensively from a position standpoint as well.
Left alone, Alan Crabb. Crabb had some good looks early on, but he's gone cold the last 5 minutes or so, trying to save it there for California. Misses everybody. It'll be San Diego State basketball when we come back. It's still tied. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Golden Bears 23, Aztecs 23.
Drew Gordon, Star Crawford, Fort Tapley with the steal, and San Diego State wins the 2011 Conoco.
The next great moment in college basketball happens at the 2012 Conoco Mountain West Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, March 7th through the 10th at the Thomas and Mack Center in the exciting city of Las Vegas. Tickets can be purchased through your favorite Mountain West institution's athletic ticket office. For more information, visit the MWC.com/2012. Don't miss it.
Oh, baby, can you believe this?
Navigating today's real estate market is complicated. You've seen the signs. That's why having the right real estate agent is more important than ever. At RE/MAX.com, you can find experts in short sales or bank-owned properties or commercial real estate. State. Agents who can help speed up the process no matter how intricate. And that's good news, whether you're trying to sell or hoping to buy. Because the only sign you really want to see is sold. We're RE/MAX, recipient of 2 awards from J.D. Power and Associates.
42 million American adults can't read. Not a job application or prescription label, not even a story to their children.
Learning Lab is changing that, one life at a time.
Here, they're not just learning to read and write, they're learning to write their futures.
They come in afraid to dream, and now they're not afraid to do anything. We power the people who power lives.
Visit Facebook.com/Idaho Power to apply or nominate someone for a Powering Tomorrow grant.
Game has been tied 3 different times. We're level at 23 apiece. Time now for our Jeep Drive to the Hoop. This Drive to the Hoop is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com or your local dealer.
Really good ball screen right there by Thurman. Creates that open lanes for Crabb. And really using his length. Just 2 big steps to get into the lane with the right hand.
Alan Crabb, 7 points early on. Now Justin Cobbs leads California with 9. For San Diego State, Tapley has warmed up after a slow start. He also has 9 points. And Garrett Green with 6 points. And Garrett Green also has 7 rebounds. Under 4 minutes now as the Aztecs walk it up into the front court. Tapley going to switch with Franklin at the top. Rayhan from the corner. In and out. That was halfway down.
I like that, though. Rayhan was ready to shoot it. He had his feet set. Good to go. He'll start knocking him down.
Brandon Smith started to the right, reverses himself. Crabb. Again can't get a bounce. Pulled down by Shelton. Great box out by Shelton inside. Franklin maybe got away with a walk, forced the contact inside. Gutierrez on his backside.
Yeah, we have 2 of the better defenders playing in this game. Gutierrez on the Cal side and Tim Shelton for the Aztecs. Both outstanding defenders and really know how to take a charge.
San Diego State has gotten the last 8 rebounds in this game, and now they lead 17-12 in the battle of the boards. Cobb got that long term. That ends the streak of 8 in a row by San Diego State. Knocked out. No, nobody touched it. Just a giveaway.
And what you really teach your team to do right there, what Brandon Smith did not, when it's dribbled baseline penetration, is you go to that deep corner to be an outlet.
Just the 4th turnover of the game for California. San Diego State was 6. Thurman will be back in for Cal on the next whistle. Backdoor cut by Tapley. And Gutierrez got hit in the face. I didn't see who got it. Looks like he got hit in the mouth. Keep an eye on number 2, right underneath the hoop.
Well, good read by Tapley to back cut. Tim Shelton, being the passer that he is, saw him layup for San Diego State.
And it looked like Tapley was maybe clearing out with that left elbow. And he got Gutierrez right in the mouth. That's going to send Gutierrez to the bench. I think there was a little bleeding, maybe from the gums. Punch right to the jaw. He'll be back. He's a tough kid. Gutierrez, one of the great stories in college basketball, born in Chihuahua, Mexico. Leading this team, scoring 15 points, played a couple of years at Lincoln High School in Denver before finishing up his prep career at Findlay Prep in Nevada. And that's where Mike Montgomery finally found him. Montgomery said he was looking at a list of the best players still available. He had 1 scholarship left, and everybody kept telling him, you should check out this Gutierrez kid.
Well, Cal right there broke San Diego State's full post pressure easily and got a layup out of it.
25-25, right back at it. Quick shot taken by Jamal Franklin. Brandon Smith looking to run. Give it up to Cobbs. Bach walks. junior from the Sudan.
Alan Kraft taking it right down the middle of the floor in transition. Tim Shelton tries to get over and take the charge, but he was inside the circle. They could have called a foul on him, actually.
You got to wonder what California's thinking last time down, giving the ball to Bach outside. 6'9", you give it to a big guy on the run. It's not where he wants it. 2 minutes now to play first half.
Sound like a coach.
Game awareness. Rayhan wants the three. Oh, he holds the post. Goes on the line. It's only 2.
Well, Justin Cobb got hung up on a very good ball screen and freed Rayhan up.
Aztecs back in front.
Good defensive possession right now for San Diego State.
Jump stop in the lane. Scores. Are they going to count it? Wave it off? Wave it off. Offensive foul.
There's no one better in the country, I'm telling you right now, than Tim Shelton taking the charge. This is a huge part of San Diego State's defense right there, taking the charge. He is good at it. And as we know, Tim Shelton took 6 charges at the Arizona game, which is really San Diego State's signature win this year.
Yeah, and I think he had 4 charges as well at Santa Barbara. And, you know, there's been a number of close wins for San Diego State, and that's been the key to the early season. They beat USC by 2 here, beat Long Beach State by 4 in overtime, that big win at Arizona by 4, and then in overtime again up at the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara, 76-75. You know, when a team wins close games early in the season, I usually put a little star next to them, and I say this could be a good tournament team when we get down the line. Now, they dropped a close one the other night at home against Creighton, but they didn't play very well in the second half.
Yeah, Creighton had 50 on them in the second half, but they still had a chance to win that game. But when you go on the road and win at Santa Barbara against a great Gaucho team, and then in overtime here against Long Beach State, and you beat USC at the buzzer here, you're learning how to win. You know how to win. You're right. You're exactly right, Jim. That bodes so well as the season moving forward.
And Brett, it's a transition year for San Diego State. We didn't really know what to expect. They lost 4 starters off that team from last year. Capley's the only guy back. They have some transfers coming in. He just didn't know how they would gel early.
Speaking with Brian Dutcher this morning at practice, he said exactly that. He said, we were hoping we'd be like 500. We didn't expect to be 7-2 at this point. They're really proud of their guys.
Wow, they were keeping the bar pretty low. That was a modest start for them. And San Diego State is 7-2, even with that close loss at home to Creighton. Rayhan didn't walk, spins and scores.
Well, here's what I really like what James Rayhan's doing right now. Okay, he's trying to get in the lane, trying to penetrate. He's not relying on the 3 ball.
Not the lane, taken away. Tapley. Biggest lead of the game for San Diego State.
And that brings the crowd in at Jim.
Cobbs trying to quiet everybody down. That's not going to do it. Here they come again. Franklin, front court. He wants to go to the basket. Fouled on the floor. Pressure defense. They trap him at the top, and the takeaway.
Well, we talked about Tapley and what a good offensive player is. He's averaging almost 3 steals a game, so he can defend too. So San Diego State right now in a very good place, finishing this half very strongly, which is what you want with your team, is finish the first half strong.
Franklin is 77% free throw shooter. He was a big scorer at Westwind Prep International in high school. In fact, he led the entire state in scoring as an underclassman. In those days, though, he was playing at Serrano.
Well, he's one of the best 6 men in basketball. I'm telling you, he's a great 6 man for this Aztec team. He comes off the bench with a lot of energy defensively. He can score. He's a really, really good-looking sophomore.
22 seconds to go in the first half, and Mike Montgomery is going to burn a timeout right now. It is an 8-0 San Diego State run. What's changed in this game. All of a sudden, the defensive intensity picked up at the San Diego State end.
Right, the crowd's back in it. You created a couple baskets off of turnovers and steals. And right now, Mike Montgomery's saying, hey, we got to work this clock right now and get a great shot and finish our half with a basket right now. They're in really, really need of a basket, the Cowboys.
That 8-0 run is over the last 140. And the show on their feet, bouncing up and down. Great energy in Viejas Arena. We talked about the offense for both of these teams at around 72 points a game. Actually, both of them pretty good at the defensive end as well. California allows about 60 points a game, and San Diego State about 64. San Diego State has done very well against Pac-12 teams, including the newcomers, Colorado and Utah. San Diego State has beaten the Pac-12 in 8 straight meetings. 22 seconds to go, San Diego State. Biggest lead by 8, California, the last look.
Yep, San Diego State, see if they can get a trap situation, get another turnover. Now they set their defense.
Crab lost his feet, was able to keep the ball. Smith came over and bailed him out. Smith being pressured, he reached around and grabbed Tapley, and that's why Chase is pretty hot. He thought that was an offensive foul. He thought he was hooked.
Well, he's got a good argument. He's got a very good argument. Because Brandon Smith, really, if you see it here, Crab falls down, he slips. Brandon Smith gets it. Now watch him hook. He'll hook Tapley right there. See that arm? That's actually a foul. That was initiated. That was a foul by Brandon Smith.
That's a big man move. You don't normally see it at midcourt.
Well, that's definitely a break for Cal, because although San Diego State is they have a chance to get a good shot here at the end of the half. There's 8.9 seconds left, and Cal misses a free throw.
California shooting less than 60% from the line as a team.
And normally they're a 75% foul shooting team.
Crab got Rayhan in the air. Long rebound. Last shot for Tapley comes up short. But what a great last 2 minutes for San Diego State. They finished the half on a 14-3 run. And all of a sudden the show is